This message goes out to all of the parents in the world that are stuck at home with their strong-willed kids, preschoolers, toddlers, solidarity. Thank you for your social distancing. Thank you for taking one for the team and doing it together. My name's Danielle. I have a company in Omaha, Nebraska that does parent coaching called Wholeheartedly, and I am here to help you better understand your kids, gain more tools to help you strategize with your strong-willed kids, help you get on the same page as your spouse, and also help you parent and be the parent you want to be. Today I am here to talk about how to talk with your kids about coronavirus. Because if they are little, if they are 2, 3, 4, 5, it's hard to know what to say and what not to say, and whether you're adding anxiety or undue stress to these little kids that are already relying on you so much for their feeling of security and safety. And so I had a couple people reach out to me asking what's a good way to talk with their kids about this. And so I've created some resources. In this video, I'm going to share a couple tips, and then I also created a social story book that you can use to talk with your kids and really explain things in a step-by-step basis. The link for the book will be in the description below. Grab that there and be able to print that off or just read it from your phone or computer, and please use that as a resource. So I hope you use that as a resource. I worked really hard on it this weekend so that you could have a really good conversation that brings up questions with your kids. So, number 1, how to talk to with your kids about coronavirus is to talk about it. Hey, I know we know that, but really having that open, honest communication with our kids, letting them know that yes, we know that they know, and yes, we are willing to talk to them about it, is the number 1 thing that we can do to put them at ease. If we want to try to avoid it or dismiss it or act weird when they ask about it, that makes it worse. That makes them 10 times more nervous than they would be if we just sat down and had the conversation. So don't ignore it. They are incredibly perceptive. They really pick up on that tension and fear that they feel. They really feel that vibe of what's going on, the same one that we feel, and they have a heightened awareness about it too. So give them the benefit of the doubt and have the conversation. Put them at ease by talking about it openly and honestly. Number 2 is double back and answer their questions and fill in any gaps of information that they might not have. Go back and ask them what they had heard about the coronavirus, or maybe what they've talked about with someone else or with their friends or with grandma or from daycare. See what existing information they had about it, and then go back and either double down and reiterate that, or fill in the missing pieces or correct what may not be completely understood. Because as a protective mechanism, our kids' brains want to fill in the gaps of things that they don't understand with things that make sense, and sometimes they are not at all accurate or true things that we want them to understand. So reiterate the truth over and over, answer their questions, reiterate that you are a safe place for them. Number 3, be honest. Be honest that you may seem a little nervous or a little more irritated than usual. Let them know that that's normal and okay, and grown-ups get scared too sometimes. But it's hard. It's hard to stay cooped up. It's hard to not be able to go to school and to work and to the store and to the movie theater and to the play date and the zoo and all the places that you love to go. That's hard. Voice that, label that, own that. It's good for them to hear that from you. Don't be afraid of trying to put on this plastered smile that's not going to be authentic. They really want to feel like they're getting the truth from you, even when it's not 100% what they want to hear. So be honest. Talk about your emotions. Talk about your feelings. Not, to the full extent that it would really scare them, but just reiterate, hey, this isn't your fault. Like, this is just the way that the world is right now, and everybody's kind of in the same boat. That's what's kind of cool about it. So talk about that. If you see them feeling extra nervous or irritable, call it out. Say, hey, I noticed that you're kind of feeling anxious or worried about something, do you think it has anything to do with the coronavirus, with what we talked about? And just let that door be open. Just say, hey, I'm just wondering, this might be affecting you. Maybe that's a conversation that older kids will be able to have, older siblings. But just let them know, hey, it's okay. I see that you're feeling nervous and it's okay. I'm here for you. We'll be able to get through this together. Focus on what will give them control, what will stay the same, what will be their normal. Talk about your daily schedule of what's coming up. Let them know that you're going to be getting outside or what you're going to be doing at home. Talk about all the things that are exciting about this time and the things that you do have to be grateful for. Talk about how excited you are to be able to spend more time with them and get to cozy up on the couch and watch a movie that you haven't gotten to in a while. Talk about just the things that will help put them at ease, help them to have something to anticipate and look forward to, and let them know that it's not all bad. There's actually a lot of good that can come from this, and you being an agent in looking for that good will help them to be able to see it too. Lastly, remember it is going to be so normal that they are going to be thrown off by this. Their structure is off, their normalcy is off, they're feeling that heightened vibe of awareness of stress. They're going to have a hard time. So keeping that in mind with when you set expectations, to have grace for them and their behavior, have grace for yourself. There are going to be, triggers and things that don't go as smoothly as they would, even on a normal day that has its own hard days. So focus on helping them regulate by regulating with them yourself. Take complete control of your self-care and your awareness of your own emotions, and really making sure that you're showing up being the best parent that you can be to be able to help them cope through this. And just keep those expectations appropriate. Lower the bar a little bit, but then also push them to that that they are going to be able to do this, and you're going to do it together, and you're going to find the good, and it's going to be okay. So you are their strong base. I know that's a lot of pressure, but we'll do anything for our kids. So we can do this. You can do hard things. Remember the worth of this work. It is worth it. Now download that story below so you can share it with your kids.